Yo comienzo. Transcription. Do you have anxiety?
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Beth. Switch on the TV or read a newspaper and it's full of bad news about environment. But climate change is damaging more than just the planet health. It's affecting human health too.
A growing number of people around the world are experiencing something psychiatrists are calling eco-anxiety. Eco-anxiety involves feeling grief, guilt, fear of hopelessness about the future of the planet due to climate change.
Of course, direct victims of climate change suffer most. Flood survivors experience depression and anxiety, and people breathing polluted air at the highest risk of dementia. But according to the Institute of Psychiatrics, just reading about the state of the planet in the news is causing stress and anxiety.
In this program on eco-anxiety, we'll be learning some useful vocabulary related to this worrying topic, and hopefully be hearing on some happier environment news as well.
And I hope Neil, with so much bad news, is something hard to feel optimistic about the future.
Well, here's a question about some good climate news for a change. In Australia, an animal thought to be extinct has been spotted for the first time in over 50 years. But is the animal a shark, B, a lizard, or C, a parrot?
I guess it's a shark.
Okay, Beth, I'll reveal the answer later. Unsurprisingly, many of those suffering from eco-anxiety are young people. When BBC Radio 4 program Women's Hour spoke with veteran environmentalist Jodie Wong, they asked her if she was worried for young people today.
I have tremendous compassion for them because what a mess we have left the world. In our generation and the generation before. Of course, you know the science is so advanced now. Very much in the past, the science would say, yes, we think, perhaps. We first have these models, now we have the exact science, so it is an absolutely different ballgame. We actually know what to do now. It is about getting on with it, and the young people are the farthest ahead. In this they can see the future as theirs and they're impatient to do something about it.
Judy feels compassion, a strong feeling of sympathy for young people, and they wish for them to not suffer. She blames older generations and used the phrase "what a mess" to emphasize that the planet is in a bad shape. You can use the phrase "what a" something to intensify the thing you're talking about. For example, if someone gives you a birthday present, you may say, "What a nice surprise."
But Jody is optimistic. The science on climate change is much more accurate than it used to be. For example, we know that moving away from fossil fuels would be a big help. Science has changed the ballgame, the set of circumstances that control how a situation occurs.
Knowing exactly how to stop climate change has impassioned young people. They feel strongly motivated to take action, and it's turned out taking action may be one of the most powerful antidotes to eco-anxiety. Actually, doing something to combat climate change reduces feeling of helplessness. Here's Judy Lynn Wong again speaking with BBC Radio 4's Woman Hours.
When the Institute of Psychiatry published its special issue on climate anxiety, one of the papers pointed out that if you can do something about it, if you feel part of the movement to change things or to establish things, then you feel much better. And also, you know, at the moment the government is trying to reach net zero by 2050 and all that. And they committed to creating 2 million new generation jobs. Now, if young people and activists think about us, if you have a green job, you're actually deducting your entire working life to building a green, sustainable future, and that has a huge effect on your psychology.
Jody urges young people to join a movement, a group of people who share the same beliefs and ideas. Being part of the solution, not the problem, helps reduce anxiety, and with new green jobs, young people can protect the environment. Their entire working life, the period of life spent in employment, between leaving school and retirement.
And Judy's hopefulness is shared. Recent polls show that the majority of people are worried about climate change and are prepared to make change. Finally, some good news. And speaking of good news, what was the answer to your questioning?
I asked which extinct animal has recently been spotted in Australia. You guessed it, was a shark. Which was the wrong answer? Actually, it was a lizard, the Carlis grassland dragon, a native to East Australia that was last seen in the wild in 1969. Okay, let's recap the vocabulary we've learned from this program on eco-anxiety, starting with compassion, a strong feeling of sympathy, and the wish for people not to suffer.
The phrase, what a surprise, is used to intensify the thing you're talking about, for example, what a mess or what a nice surprise.
The ball game refers to the set of circumstances that control how a situation happens.
If you're impatient, you're emotionally motivated to do something.
A movement is a group of people with the same beliefs, ideas, and aims.
And finally, your working life is the period of life spent in employment between leaving school and retirement. Once again, our 6 minutes are up. Join us again next time here in 6 Minute English. Goodbye for now.
Bye. Acabamos.